Do you know this song? I think you do. I'm a hayseed, my hair is seaweed, and my ears are made of leather, and they flop in stormy weather. Gosh, oh hemlock, I'm tough as a pine knot, 'cause I'm an SCDC kid. Tweedledee, 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 tweedledee 51. That's what John said, of course.
Welcome back to another episode of Camp Time is Real Time. We are back with the weekly recaps. Today it's week 1 and we have special guest Elizabeth Panciocco taking us through the week. But for now, before we get into that, we're going to hear about the favorite things that happened from Quinn and Aiden Lebrecq. So Quinn, what was your favorite thing you did at camp this week?
Music.
And what did you do at music that was great?
We played this tap thing, and so this is how the game really works. You have to close your eyes, and all the counselors have to peek, see if you're not peeking, and then you can't peek, and then only when John says you can peek, you can do it again.
Is John a funny guy?
Yes, and also camp is the best time. Camp time is real time, and that's all I wanted to say.
Love it, Quinn. Aiden, what was your favorite thing you did at camp this week?
Games.
And what did you do in games that was great?
Fishy.
And did you do games at Lower Play, and which ones?
This game is not at Lower Play.
Oh, not Lower Play? Okay. Orientation, right?
Yes.
So this is your first year as a head counselor. So
yes.
Is there an additional head counselor orientation, or how does that work these days?
Yeah. So head counselor orientation starts at 9:00 and we go to 11:30 or 12. But that section is just the head counselors. We get a packet from Sam and Carrie, and we just go through all the papers in there. It's honestly one of my favorite parts, just because we get to see everyone again, and it's just really fun. So yeah, that's first, and then we always get a lunch too. Billy and Gail and Sue always provide a lunch, which is awesome.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah,
one of the perks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's great. And then does that go right into everyone else?
So then after our lunch, we meet back in the tent, and then that's the assistants and all the CITs, and we do a little icebreaker with them, and yeah.
Nice.
And we go to our sections and everything, and yeah, it's a long day, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's the start. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So that leads into, at this particular orientation, was there talk about what the weather was going to be on Monday?
Yes, there was just a little. But we all knew it wasn't going to be the best weather.
Yeah, little rainy on the first day.
Yeah, just a little rainy. I don't remember the last time that's happened, really.
I was trying to think. I like a maniac was also watching the weather, and I like the weather anyway, but I'm watching it. I'm looking at the forecast and I'm like, and then eventually it ends up just totally raining. Because we're in a pattern where today, it's just raining. There's just moisture in the air. It's super humid. But I did talk to Gail at the end of Monday. She's like, I can't remember it ever raining on the first day. The first thing I saw of FCDC 2023 was, as I was waiting to turn into camp, was Gail right at the entrance on Pond Street, looking down to count the cars, looking at the rain. She had an umbrella, and I was
my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So how was it that first morning? First morning as a head counselor for you. You've got the littlest group, the tadpoles. How was that the first morning in the stables?
I love it. But it was a little difficult in the morning. But it was good. It just is weird because, the little ones, you have to get them in a routine kind of, and that was not at all what we usually do.
Yeah.
So by the second day, they were so confused. They're like, why are we not in, they kept calling it our little area of the classroom. They're like, why are we in the
Oh,
classroom? And it's like, no, we actually don't do it that way. But it was interesting. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen again, but it was a good experience.
yeah.
It was really hot in there for a while, but
Oh, I bet. How long were you guys in there?
I'm not sure. Not super long, but long enough. Because then we moved up when the rain started to settle down a little bit. We moved up to the tent,
Mhm.
and that's where we did all of our introductions and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the flag, um, which we kind of just unfolded it. Like
Nice.
we couldn't do much. But yeah, and then luckily we did get to squeeze in all 5 activities. But
That's amazing.
yeah, I know.
That's
It was really
amazing.
good.
Because it was like it was never fully dry that day, or maybe just for a little bit. Yeah.
Maybe like 20 minutes. There was like a little light drizzle, but it was always raining.
We're going through. We're
Yeah,
doing camp. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's cool. So you had a regular day,
yeah,
pretty much. I didn't that.
exactly.
And then there was, in keeping with the amazing new, seemingly tradition, there was a counselor competition on the first day, right? Who can name the kids in their tribe or in their
Yeah,
troop the fastest, right?
yes, yeah. Okay, yeah. So the teams are Ty's team, Fred Berger's team, and That Shay Show.
Okay.
So those are the 3 teams. I was originally on Ty's team,
Okay.
but then the first day they all announced their teams, and Ty actually forgot my name. So then he forgot to announce my name. That's how it happened. So then Freddie went up next and called my name and said I was on the team. So then I switched teams, and then a lot more happened later, but we can talk about that later.
Sure.
But yeah, so those are the teams. Super funny and creative, I think.
Yeah.
Because usually last year was head CITs and assistants,
Yeah.
which was only for the 50th reunion, which is good. That's
Right.
a tricky one.
Yeah.
But then we usually have like eagles, stars, stripes, or red, white, and blue. So switch it up a little bit, which is super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, our first competition was naming your whole troop in the shortest time possible. So I did it. Ethan, he's a new head counselor, and John Saig did it. Ethan won with like 11.2 seconds. I got second with 11.7, and I don't even know if John could get through his troop, but it was a good one.
Yeah.
So
That is a good one. On the spot, like
yeah.
go.
And it was like the first thing. Yeah.
That's great. 11.7 seconds. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I was a little nervous because
I
kept getting them mixed up.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're a tadpole and you're like, oh, the one person I'm supposed to trust in this camp doesn't know who I am.
I know. Yeah, they were all like running around too. It was crazy. But that was actually our second one now that I'm thinking about it. We had a competition on orientation day, which is something that a lot of people know. So it's like, yeah, so that's a first. That's never happened for me, which is exciting.
What did you do?
We just all got in a line, and there was the mystery bag with all, the green mystery bag that's been around forever. There was like a bunch of like balls and like just objects, and we have to line up and pass it back. And like some people are blindfolded, and you have to put it in a bin, and the fastest to do it wins. So
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa. Who won that one?
I'm pretty sure Fred Burgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, I like it. I like the evolution. That's cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, that was Aiden came home telling me about that one, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I like it. So Monday ends, and to my delight, and probably to your adding to your being waterlogged, you all are at the post, like ready and waiting, and it was great. And I was like, oh, a little liquid sunshine, whatever. And at that point, everyone with the biggest smile on their face was like, yes, it's time to go home. Like, this day is over.
Yeah.
What a day. Yeah.
I know.
It's
Totally.
a little waterlogged. But but from a parent perspective, I will say everyone was smiling. Everyone of course made the best of it and was like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Um, but come into Tuesday, and there are like real smiles on faces in the morning. Like it was, I heard more than once, like this kind of felt like maybe the first day of camp. Like
Yeah,
the
for
real.
sure.
So we go into Tuesday, and then so you have the little ones who've never experienced camp,
Yeah.
and you're not in your classroom to start.
Yeah,
And
no classroom.
so from there, are you just like, okay, let's go? Like
Yeah.
we're definitely gonna do it now.
Yeah. And I was super excited just because they're all like Monday, the first day, they're all a little like antsy just because, there was a lot of sitting and being inside. So today or Tuesday was a really exciting, fun day where they got to like fully experience camp with like morning circle and all that excitement and go through all the activities. And they got to eat at the picnic table and play in the playground, which they were super excited about. So yeah, it was definitely so much better than day one.
So I get a picture and I see Ty with a guitar.
Yes.
Is he serenading you? What is happening here?
So I mentioned this earlier, but when Ty forgot to say my name to be on his team, I was put on Freddie's team. And then Tuesday, the next day, I was called up. Ty gave me a stool and he started singing this song, Betty. It's a Taylor Swift song, but he switched the lyrics and was he was winning me back to his team. So yeah, he like changed the lyrics like to relate to me and like Ty's team and everything. And like leaving bread burgers. And it worked. The camp loved it, of course. And I did switch back. I was so moved. I switched back.
Oh, that's great.
For a little. It was so funny. Super creative.
So I'm getting updates about this from my kids. And my kids are like, I don't get a lot of information. So I'm like, okay, this is like a thing that's happening. So I'm like, all right. So like, I'm gonna follow this one. But so that kind of leads us into Wednesday, which we have more beautiful weather. And then the first like wacky Wednesday. What do they call them?
Wacky Wednesday, I guess. I'm the theme day.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was what was it again?
Hometown Pride.
Hometown Pride. Yes, that was fun. That's always a good one.
Yeah.
Seeing where everyone's from and stuff.
It's like a chance for I feel like for kids to kind of show off a little bit. Right.
Yeah.
If they're like a little bit of pride, like, here's like my soccer shirt or
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had two kids from Uxbridge and I honestly have never heard of that town before. So I was so surprised to see that.
What did you end up wearing?
Oh, I just wore my Medfield's softball shirt because that's the only thing that had Medfield on it.
Love it.
Yeah. Great.
Did some counselors go the college route or was it a lot of towns?
No, just towns. Their hometowns. Yeah.
Nice. But it was cool to pull up and see like Carrie had like the Ashland shirt on.
Yes,
and like it was nice. So I like that one. Gets everyone going.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so that brings us to our third competition, which was like kind of like a home run derby. Can you kind of describe that? Because I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, so Sam was talking about the home run derby a little bit for like baseball and like all that stuff. So that was exciting for the kids, but it was more of like it was less baseball, more kickball. So there was like, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know the exact number of counselors, but it was a group of counselors and one camper. And Billy's pitching the ball and they kick it and they have to get it past a certain point. Just, it wasn't super far, just manageable.
Sure. Yeah.
They had to get it past a certain point. And if it hit the ground, that was counted as a home run. Like if it hit the ground past the cones.
Yeah.
But there was also two people from opposing teams out in the outfield trying to catch the ball and rob them of the home run. So it was very exciting.
That's cool. Yeah.
It was actually super funny because not everyone could kick the ball, but
yep.
So it was very entertaining, but it was a good competition. There were some good kickers in there.
That's awesome. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. Nice.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Who ended up winning? Do you remember?
Ty's team.
Ty's
Yes.
team.
Ty's
Nice.
team won.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. So whose team are you on at this point?
I moved back to Fred Berger's team.
Okay. All right. You're at okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't get the win on that day. Got it. Okay.
No.
All right, cool.
Or well, on that day I was on Ty's team.
And then same thing Thursday, like another, like right now people can understand, but like if people are listening to this like years in the future, like this summer could not weather-wise so far be any more polar opposite of last summer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like more
So
rain fell.
different.
Yeah.
Like we did not have one rain drop like last year.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And it's like it's humid and the 10-day forecast every day it's like chance of thunderstorms. Like it's just like it's nuts. But
yeah, it's so different.
But the weather is like cooperating. It's like, all right, like you had this very rainy first day, like we'll pay you back. So
yeah,
brings you to Thursday, more beautiful weather, and it's just a typical camp day. I don't believe there were any competitions. How many Taylor Swift songs do you think have been sung at Sing so far, or lip sunk? Or
oh my gosh, maybe almost 10. Like it's been a lot.
I didn't realize.
I think that's a stretch 10, but there was one time when it was like 3 songs in a row was Taylor Swift, like different songs, but Taylor Swift. I believe like the first song sung was a Taylor Swift song. Like ever of the year.
It's got to be the summer of Taylor Swift.
Right? It for sure is.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Everyone's so excited from the tour and everything, and just her music. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And when they go up, is this like they put it on like someone plays the song, they like lip sync, or it's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they get a choice. They always want the music. The kids always want music.
Of course.
So yeah, the Bose Master plays a song and just the whole camp sings along to it.
I love it.
So yeah, it's really fun. It's cute. So
yeah. It's like reliving the Eras tour, right?
Exactly. Like
being there.
Yeah.
Is there a dedicated Bose Master?
Yes, there is. So it's Zach Alicious this semester. Okay. That's his nickname, Zach. Okay. But it's always the assistant of music. That person is always the Bose Master.
Okay.
Nice. So it's going to be the same person for this week or this upcoming week, and then it'll switch.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
And how have the sings been? Does it feel good to be back in the tent?
Yes. Love Sing. It's so fun. Nice. Especially just like seeing all the kids get so excited and wanting to go up there and like tell their joke or show their talent and stuff. It's always so awesome seeing that. Yeah.
Oh, Sing's the best. Oh man, we can talk about
the best
Sing
part
forever.
Of the day. I love it so much.
What is happening with the counselor competitions? Can you just like walk us through what happened on Thursday?
So on Thursday, Freddie sang a song, and once again, it was like written like to get me back on his team, and it was more like there's more like talk about my sisters, because all my sisters are on the team. The Giddings, all those, they're all on the team.
Okay.
So he was like, be with your sisters, like sisters before misters, all that stuff. He sang Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, but changed the lyrics. And like, so the Giddings made these 2 massive pictures of like us and Caitlin for the marathon. So when she was running, they held them up and she would see them. And it was like a picture of all of us. And it was really cute. So they so Caitlin and Mary and Rachel and Trisha stood up there with Freddie while he was singing with those pictures, like swaying back and forth.
Oh my God.
So I had to choose again which team to go back to.
Oh my gosh.
There's like half the camp is like Fred Burgers, and then the other half is like Ty's team. But just to make things interesting, I switched back. So.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, it was good. But then like I don't really know how this happened, but the team name was switched to Panciocco's Burgers. So
Ooh, little incentive to come join. Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but that's what it's called now. It's on the schedule. So
okay. All right.
But yeah, I did switch back. I am on Panciocco's Burgers now.
Love it. Love it.
I'm here to stay, I think. So
when that song's going on, is the camp now chanting like which one they want you to be on?
Yes, yeah. Actually, amazing. This part always makes me laugh. There's a part of the song that Freddie made up. It was like, you gotta get away from Ty, and the whole camp just started like singing it. It was so funny because everyone just joins in on the music. It was so funny. Of course. But yeah, then after the song and like Freddie said something like, Elizabeth, like join your sisters, come back to the team. Then the camp just goes wild, just starts chanting. Like you can't even couldn't even hear anything they were saying. I was just like, so I don't know, switch back, kept things interesting. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now that the team is your namesake. So there you go.
Exactly.
Smart move. What happened with the pie?
Oh yeah. So that was at afternoon flag. Mm-hmm. It was a long, really hot day. Very tired, but all of a sudden Ty starts his announcement and he's like, all of a sudden he just says like, I'm in my villain era. And then Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. So we can add that to the list too.
Yes,
Taylor Swift songs played.
Love it.
Started playing and I just see him walking up to me, the song, and I'm just so confused. I didn't even see the pie yet. And then all of a sudden a camper runs up, hands him the pie, and he just completely just pies me in the face. And then he pied Freddie too a couple times.
What?
But yeah, I was not expecting that at all. So funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So now I had like whipped cream all over my face, which is super awesome on a really hot day.
Oh yeah. It smells
delicious.
Yeah. That's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that he made it a production. That's great.
Oh, of course. Of course.
I love it. Oh, I love
that.
All right. So it seems like this all is probably put to rest now. I'm sure.
Yes.
Sure there won't be anything else coming from this.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. TBD. Wow. All right. So yeah, I mean, you take a pie to the face. I think that like the bond is even stronger with your current team.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We get to, all right. So we've established teams. We're all happy. We get to Friday. It is the first theme day, of the summer. And the theme is what? What's the theme?
Going country. It was our first skit day, which was super exciting. Usually it's in the theater, but there was chance of a little rain, so we put it under the tent this year, or this Friday, which is still awesome.
Yeah.
Caitlin and Shay were the hosts. They killed it. It was super fun. And yeah, it was the first skits for the year with all the troops and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really awesome. It's so fun to see the way everyone takes it. There are a lot of like funny ones. There's some took it like Australia, people went to Australia, like
the South country,
the country club, the South. Yeah. The tadpoles did the rodeo, which was fun.
Oh, that's cute.
Super easy and simple for the little ones, but it was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys kick it off, right? It's like, all right,
yes, we are.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of pressure for
No, but it's always reliable though, right? Because it's like the littlest kids, like everyone's gonna love it. I mean, everyone's gonna love everything at camp, but everyone's going to love it. And my experience, junior camp counselors always like kind of the bar just is pretty high from there. But I like that there's a theme, like you'll get the theme from Sam, and even if it's like pretty straightforward, like gone country, you never know like what people are gonna do. Be like, oh, here's my take on it.
Exactly. Like you think it's so specific, but then like in the world of camp and like FCDC, it's not at all. It's like so broad. People take it in a million different directions. And it's so fun to see too. Like it's really awesome.
Yeah. There was an announcement. I think Todd made it at the end of the day at Circle. He's like, today I learned that like country, the South, Australia, and like Southern all mean country.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
Like, exactly.
Yeah. Like that's the point,
Yeah.
So funny.
I was lucky to see the show, and
awesome.
I was standing there with my old FCDC assistant Carly Cedarquist, who happened to be there. Her niece and nephew are at camp, and we just couldn't believe the caliber of the skits. Like every skit was awesome.
Yeah.
And like they're so funny, and they're all unique. They like you see every counselor's kind of personality come out and be like, oh, this is the way I want to go with it. They're so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I was laughing so hard like this Friday. It was awesome.
Yeah. And so a little like inside baseball. So like you said, Shay and Caitlin were hosting it.
Yes.
And apparently they were going to practice at Fifth Activity right before the show. Like they were gonna like for the first time practice. And because of the like maybe rain, the schedule got changed.
Yes, yeah. It got switched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did it. Fifth Activity was after the shows, and they were hilarious. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, no, they were making things up like as it was going. It was awesome. Like still so funny and creative. I would have never thought of like that type of like.
So it was like so Caitlin's troupe was the country club.
Yes, yeah.
And Caitlin was visiting her cousin who lived on a farm. So a real oddball trope. Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. It was really funny.
It was really good. You had to be there.
No.
But another day where maybe it was supposed to rain and it never did.
It never did. Yeah, it held out.
it was great. Like, I mean, that first day, too bad, a little liquid sunshine, but the rest of the week was, you guys had great weather.
Great weather.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling after the first week?
Great.
Yeah. Ready to go?
The start to camp was awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better one. So
nice.
I'm really excited for Monday.
Nice.
To start of a new week. I forget what day it was, but Sam announced the big the competition that like CITs and assistants partake in just throughout the whole summer. So he announced that this week. It is FCDC's Got Talent, I think.
Ooh.
So I don't know exactly who's in it, but he named all the assistants and CITs. I think there's 3 groups of 2.
Okay.
So they're going to do that some point next week. So yeah, we haven't done that one for a while. So that's like, you can take it whichever way you want, which is super fun. Because like last year was Dancing with the Stars, I think.
Okay.
So they choreographed dances, but this year it's Got Talent. So
love it. Ooh,
yeah, that'll be fun.
All right. Just a couple of things I want to get down on the record, because I am fresh off of a Friday afternoon at camp. I came for the show, and I got to tell you, this year I thought I not got it out of my system, but that it's like, all right, the kids like to walk in on their own. They don't want mom coming around with them. Fine, whatever. So I go to the show today, and I start by getting there, and I see, who do I see but Carly Cedarquist, my former Navajo assistant partner in crime, and we are standing at the side of the tent. The show's in the tent because there was a possibility of rain, but of course it held off. So I see Carly, and I haven't seen her in, I don't know, 15 years, maybe more. And we pick up like no time has passed at all. And we're watching the show. We're standing on the side, just kind of chatting, but watching the acts and really commenting on how good everything is, how great every troupe is. Now, the bar is low because, as I've said, not a lot of thought went into those Navajo skits, but you know, we're getting to watch all of these counselors just come up with these amazing skits. The theme was country. So Quinn's tribe, led by Caitlin, was took country as Franklin Country Day Club. So like they were all preppy. There was a lot of country slash the South slash Australia slash Southern accent skits, and they're all hilarious. And the MCs, who are Caitlin and Shay, just absolutely had us in stitches. And come to find out, they put literally zero prep into it. They were going to prep their fifth period, and then fifth activity ended up being after the show. But, you know, getting back to like, you go on that campus and you're there long enough. There's no way that magic, that energy doesn't kind of penetrate into you, because what do I see? I see counselors, singing along. I see them leading the cheers at the show. And then we go into fifth period, and Carly and I walk over to the pool, talk with Kelly. Like, again, like no time has passed, and we were having the same conversations we had every year that we work there. And Eric comes in, and I see Sam talking to Kelly at the pool. I see junior camp counselors getting their kids ready for free swim. I see my son, who is like, stay away from me, crazy lady, which is fine. He's 8. I see lower playground. They're playing dodgeball. There's, I'm catching up with counselors who I just met last year, who I feel like I know pretty well. And man, it's just such a good feeling. And it's something you just, try to capture it, because today was great. And I got to tell you, I know a lot of people were concerned, but I'm back in. I thought I was going to like slowly, turn into like a regular person, but no, not this year anyway. So I just wanted to ramble on a little bit about that, because if you are a person who worked at camp or went to camp, it doesn't take very much for you to get all of the same feels and all of the same kind of beats start to happen, and I highly recommend it. Though we do not recommend going to the shows. That would be too many cars. So there's that. But you know what? There aren't enough of you listening for it to be an issue, so I'm actually not concerned. That's it for me.